Hey YouTube, I'm here to talk about why I think the Nikon P1000 is a great camera and why I put up with certain things about it that, it is a compromise with this camera, it really is. So this camera does a lot. Bearing in mind its size, yes, it's big for a camera, but for what it does, compare it to a telescope, compare it to a sort of full frame camera with a lens that could only dream of getting this far. It really is a great camera. A great price. Again, all in one price. You don't have to buy anything extra. Obviously, your tripod and everything, but you're getting such a great package in one place. So when you look at what this camera can do, 3000mm reach, and when you even go into the digital zoom, to ×2, not so much ×4 but ×2, the quality is still there. You look at the picture now, the craters that you can see on the moon, the detail is amazing, and you show this to anyone and they can't help but be impressed. It really is something good. And yes, you can try to replicate this with a DSLR and camera and the 2x extension tubes, all that sort of thing, but they're very costly and the results are, I don't know, maybe marginally better, maybe on par, but to have a camera all in one that you can chuck in a bag, simple to operate, simple to set up, it really is something special, this camera. Obviously, there is a compromise, like we said, and it is a small sensor. That's how you get that zoom in the first place. But if you're buying this camera because you want the very best in image quality when it comes to photographing birds, photographing this, then this may be not the right camera for you. But I purchased this because I wanted something that was a camera, a telescope, an all-in-one package, something that I could chuck in a bag. This does that. This does it perfectly, and the compromise is that, yeah, I can get a bit of everything, to be able to see Saturn, the moon, to be able to look at Jupiter and see the red spot on it. It's amazing. Would I get a better image quality if I had a telescope? Yeah, you would. But a telescope is a dedicated instrument just for that. This does that as well as a lot of other things, and there's your compromise. It does everything well but nothing brilliant. And yet, you can get a telescope and it can do it brilliantly, but it can't do anything else at all. So there's your compromise. And a lot of people, it's a bit of a Marmite thing with the Nikon P1000. Some people absolutely love it and some people try and hate it. And it really is just because I think you've got to be realistic in what you plan to achieve with this camera, and you should do that with any camera that you purchase or anything that you buy. What is it that you want to do with it? Because if you're looking for outstanding picture quality, well, maybe the Nikon P1000 isn't for you. It is great picture quality, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to compete with DSLRs and good lenses. But I'm pretty sure a good DSLR with a decent lens is going to go over the price point that you're paying for the Nikon P1000, and of course you're going to get more, but that's what they're made for. This is a telescope. This is a telescope in a camera, which is amazing. Look right now, to be able to look at planets in this detail that far away and bring them up, I've had other zoom cameras. I absolutely still love the Canon SX60. It's a brilliant camera. It just hasn't got quite enough reach compared to this. But I love that camera. I wouldn't upgrade to the SX70 for anything. I think the SX60 is brilliant. Again, look, Saturn. Look at that detail. Another one, there. It's just amazing. So just be cautious. I mean, know that this camera has limitations, but it's a brilliant camera. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.